Good morning everyone, this is Bremster and today I'm coming to you with Uniquely Paired Dots by Vidarino. This was a puzzle that was submitted a few weeks ago but ended up being lost in my spam filter, and when Vidarino reached out to me I was able to find out what happened, so thank you for reaching out to me. This puzzle came recommended, so I'm kind of looking forward to giving this one a shot. I've not seen these rules before. I've taken about a week off recording Sudoku. I needed a bit of a break, not because I don't enjoy Sudoku, I definitely do. I had a new gaming computer arrive and I recorded all of Portal 2. That is available over on Bremster Games, and I've spent a lot of time over a 5-day long weekend playing Cyberpunk 2077. Definitely sort of mature content there. There's been a lot of people discussing whether that should be rated 18 plus or not. I've decided to, so it's not, those videos are not going to get promoted, but yeah, a little bit explicit in its language, that one. I've turned the nudity filter on so that you don't see any naked stuff, but yeah, wow. Fairly hardcore, that one, but definitely Portal 2. If you like puzzle video games, Portal 2 is by far the best puzzle video game I think I've ever seen. And I've had a few others recommended to me that I'm going to take a look at some point, but at the moment I'm enjoying the stuff I'm doing. But right now what I'm going to enjoy is this puzzle. Uniquely Paired Dots by Vidarino. So how does this one work? Normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. Digits separated by a white dot must be consecutive, and digits separated by a black dot are in a ratio of 1 to 2, so one is double the other. Digits separated by a green dot differ by at least 5. So these are like little whisper lines. A pair of digits can only appear once for each dot color. Okay, e.g., there can only exist one 1-2 pair with a white dot in between, but there can exist a 1-2 pair with a black dot in addition, since it's a different dot color. So, for example, that could be a 1-2 and that could be a 1-2. That would be fine because they are different dot colors. That's all we've got. Okay, know nothing about the difficulty on this one, so let's give this a shot. So we've got 4 black dots, and there's only 4 ways of making up black dot. 1, 2, 2, 4, 4, 8, and 3, 6. So I know that that's what goes on these dots, but I'm not sure how that helps me. On whisper lines, you can never put a 5, and you can never put a 5 on a black dot either. Because you can never put a 5 on a whisper dot because of the 5 difference. Because if you were to go 5 down from 5, you'll go 0 or lower. 5 up would go 10 or higher. And if you put a 1 to 4 on one side, the other side has to be 6 to 9. Because once you go low, anything lower than 5, you can't go down without leaving the Sudoku digits. And if you go up, you have to leave the 5, leapfrog the 5. And it's the same if you go high, you must go low. So these are going to be high-low alternating with an extra restriction that the closer you get to the 5, the more restricted they're going to be. But how do I break into this? Like, these can never be 1. Because if this is a 1, this would have to be a 2, and this would have to be a 2. So those can never be a 1. So there's a 1 in one of those 4. Now, this is me marking across boxes I'm just trying to figure out. And wherever the 1 goes, the 2 is going to go in one of those. This is just me trying to figure this out. The 2 is going to go in one of those. And consecutive with the 2 is going to be 1 and 3. So in here, I'm going to have 1 and 3 somewhere. Because one of these has to be a 1. 1, 2, this would be 1, 3, which means this would have to be a high digit. For whichever one of these is the 1, this is going to be high, but that makes sense. 1, 2, 1 high, 1, 2, 3, 8, 9. This would be a 3. I'm not seeing how to break into this. Now, if this was 1, 2, I suppose the question there is, where does the 2 go? Because on the black dot, because 1, 2, I then still need a 2, 4 and a 4, 8. Is it the placement of the 1s, 2s and 2, 4s, 4, 8s on the black dots? If I was to put a 2, but the thing is, a 2 does go in one of these because of the 1. So there's a 2 in one of those, but there's another 2. But I'm not seeing the restriction. So 1, 3 would go in one of those. But it's one of these. This is the problem. I don't... The only high digit is, no, you've got 6 or 8. So if this is 6, 3, this would be 1. This would be a high digit, so it'd be 8 or 9. That would work. I'm not seeing the restriction here. So 1, 2 is like this somewhere. If I was to put... But that's not restricting 2, 4 at all. I mean, 4 is going to have, like, 4, 5, 6 would make this 1, would make this high. Hang on, it can't be 4, 5. 4 with 5, 6 would be 5, 6. This would be 3. This would be high, which would work. Which would be 4, 8, and that would work. 3, 8 works. High-low colouring. There's a high-low there, there's a high-low there, there's a high-low there. So there's a high and a low in all of those with a 5. Now, one of these is going to be 1, 2. This is maybe the uniquely thing, because one of these is going to be one of the 2, and one of these is going to be 2, 3, because I have to put 1 in one of these, which is going to put a 2 here, which means one of these has to be 1, 2, 2, 3. So I can never have another 1, 2, 2, 3 on a white dot. Okay. So I can never put a 2 in the middle. So now... Right. So one of these has to be a 1 because I can never put a 1 in the middle. Right. So it's 1, 2. Now this is going to make the 1, 2 and the 2, 3 be placed. So I could never put a 2, another 2 in these spots. Because if I put another 2 in these spots, then I'm going to have the same thing. So the 2 now goes into those spots, meaning this will become 2, 4, which means I've now got 3, 4, 4, 5. So now the 4 has to go here, which means there'll be an 8 in here. So it's going to go 1, 2, 2, 4, 4, 8. But what's the other? And the other one's going to be 3, 6, but I don't know anything about where it goes. But it means I can never put... The only possibilities here are 1, 2, 4, 3, 6. Here is 1, 2, 4, 3, 6. Here is 1, 2, 4, 3, 6. And here is 1, 2, 4, 3, 6. And here is 2, 4, 8, 3, 6. And these are 2, 4, 8, 3, 6. But if this is 3, one of these has to be 1, 2, which will have 1, 2, and 2, 3. So I can't put 3 here. So the 3 comes out of these ones, which means the 6 comes out of these ones. So this is actually a 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is a 2, 4, 6, 8. So these are 1, 2, 2, 3. Right. I possibly could have got that in a better way, using the trick I have with the fact that one has to be double the other. And in here, I need to have the evens and the odds. That could have been done with a polarity trick. Now, this is going to be low, so this is going to be high, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is going to be low, 1, 2, 3, 4, because of the thing, which means this can't be 8, which means that can't be 4. This can't be 6, so this can't be 3. This is even, so this has to be odd. It's not 2 or 4. And this is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, or 3, 4, 5. This is a bit weird. And I've got the same restriction here. These have to be odd because they're adjacent to the even digits, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. But this can't be 5, 7, or 9. No, that's not right. It can't be 5. But what I've got is this has to be high, 6, 7, 8, 9. This has to be low, 1, 2, 3, 4, which means this, because it's consecutive, can't be 6 or 8. These are the 2, 4. And these have to be unique. The 2, 4 here means that this is not 2, 4. I'll remove that. 1 and 3, 2 and 4. I've lost track, haven't I? Means there's no 3 here. Why did I get a 4 out of there? Did I do that wrong? I removed the 4 by mistake. So let's go all the way back to here. Now, 6 isn't consecutive with any of those. This is 2, 4. This is consecutive, so it's 1, 3. This is either 1, 3 if it's the 2, or 3, 5. 2, 4 can't be on a 3 relationship. This is 1, 2, or 4, and this is 6, 7, 8, or 9. That's important. But this is going to have the same relationship. This is low, so this is high, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is low, 1, 2, 3, 4, which means this can't be 6 or 8. This is the 2 or the 4. And now these, which all have to be different because these are going to be a run of digits, are the 2, 4, and I can take the 2, 4 out of those. Because if this is 2, this is going to be 1, 2, and 2, 3, and I won't be able to put a 2 in either of those. So these are not 2 or 4, these are 6 or 8. But with the 2, 4 there, the 2, 4 comes out of here, this becomes 1, 3, 5, and I've got a 1, 3, 5 triple, and I know I must put a 5 in here. This can't be a 3 because that can't be a 6. And these are 6 and 8. If this is a 6, this is a 3. If this is an 8, this is a 4. There's no 1 or 2 in either of those. But this is going to be... Right, hang on a minute. No, I did have that more restricted because these have to be unique. They have to be 8, 4, 3, 6. No, that's... One of these is 2, 4, and one of these is 1, 2. But I'm not sure which order. Hang on, I do know which order. I did figure that out earlier. It's either going to 1, 2 or 2, 4. It can't go 4, 2. So there is no 4 there and there is no 4 there because it has to go 1, 2 or 2, 4. So that was correct. Now I do need to get this further. So these are the odd digits that are connected to 6 and 8. So 5, 7, 9. And these are 5, 7, 9. This must contain a 7 because it's 5, 6, 7 or 6, 7, 8. Sorry, 5. If this is 6, it's 5, 6, 7 in one direction. And if it's 8, it's 7, 8, 9. So there's a 7 in here. So there's no 7 in here. But this must contain a 7. So that's the 7. And I've got a digit. So this is 765 or 789. There's no 5 here. 567 or 789 in either direction. Hang on, but this is a whisper dot. So this is 1, 2, 3 or 4. This is 579 triple. This is weird. I like it, but it's weird. So these are going to be 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, and 8, 9. So that's all of the white dots, which I possibly should have clocked onto sooner, and therefore these had to be the even digits. That would have been the easier way to see this. But I didn't. I'm sure other people are going to laugh at me for that. I can only ever put 1, 6 and 1, 4 on a green dot because a 6 can only go with a 1, and once I've done that, it's done. And I can only ever, and the same with 4 and 9. Does that have ramifications? It probably does, but I'm not seeing how yet. Marking the 2 7s on this is bugging me, but it did take 7 out of there, which was good. Hang on, the 5, that makes this 9, which means this is 8, this is 4, which means this is 2, which means this is not the 5. This is the 5, 4, 3. 4 means this is 2, which means this is 1. This is 3, 6, which makes sense for the 7, 6, 5. 7 can't go next to 3 or 4, which makes sense. 3 can't go next to 6 or 7, which makes sense. And that was huge. Sort of. So, if that's high, it's an 8. What whisper dots have been taken up? These have to be different. That's important. If this is a 1, that dot and that dot will be the same. That's a 3, that's a 2, that's a 1, which means that's a 2. This now can't be 6 or 7 because they'll be too close to the 3. This is an 8 or a 9. 4 in this row is in one of those. Now, if I put 4 here, it's 4, 9. This would become 8. I'm going to mark this quad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 6, 8. There's no 3 there. There's no 6 there. There's no 8 there. That's not helpful. What is the trick I'm looking for? There's a 5 up here somewhere. There's been a lot of people commenting on my channel recently. It's like, you took over 30 minutes to do this puzzle and I did it in 11 or something, you know. And it's like, yeah, okay. I mean, considering most people only watch my videos for 15 seconds, okay. Five in this box? No. 5 in... So, I can't use 2, 7 on a dot anymore. So is the question, where does the 7 go in row 2? Because if I put it on here, I couldn't use 1 or 2. So I can't put 7 in there. Can't put 7 there, can't put 7 there. So 7 is in one of those 3. If I put 7 there, that'd be a 1 because it couldn't be a 2. But I could put 7 off the line. Or off the whisper. Because 2, 7 is taken. There's something I am not getting about this puzzle. Like 1 is down here somewhere. But I mean, whisper dot combos. 1 can go with 4 things, 2 can go with 3. 3 can go with 2 and 4 can go with 1. But that's... And then once you go to the high digits, you're instantly reflecting. So that's 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1, which is 10 things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we've got to use everything. So I have to have 4 1s on green dots. I have to have 4 1s on green dots. So I can't put another 1 on any of those. I can't put a 1 on any of those. I can't put a 1 on any of those. So there's no more 1s on there. So I've got to put 3 1s on these dots. But I can only put a maximum of 2 on those because that's in 2 different rows. So there is a 1 on this dot. But that's not telling me much. And I've got to put 2 down here. And if I put 1 in here, that's fine because I could put 1 up here. That's not... But I know there is a 1. So this is 1, 6, 7, 8, 9. And there's no 6 or 7 or 9 there. And there's no 8 there. So these are the only possibilities for these cells. That doesn't feel particularly helpful. I've got to put 3 2s on dots. Well, I've got 1 there. I've got 1 there. But I've also got to put 4 9s on dots. But I could put one there. Well, hang on. These have to be different because I've got 3 on them. So these are different digits. And I've still got to put 4 9s onto green dots. I'm sure people are going to come up in the comments again and say, I solved this in 10 minutes. Or something. Yeah, great. I'm not sure if those people are actually wanting me to stop solving and stop doing the channel. Be interesting when they actually put those comments in, whether they're actually wanting me to stop or not. So I have 2 1s down here, but I've got to have a 1 yellow. I can't use a 1 blue. I've got to have 2 3s. So I've got to have both 3 8 and 3 9, but that's those. So I've got the 2 3s. I can't put another 3 on a green dot. So whereas 3 in this box, I can't put 3 here because of that 3. I can't put 3 here because of that 3. And I can't put another 3 on a green dot because I've already got the 2 3s. That is a 3. So 3 is now in one of those, but I cannot put another 3 on a green dot because I've already got them all. That is a 3. Which means 3 is up here, but I cannot put 3 on a 3 is in one of those two. And that's kind of run out of steam. Still have to put 4 on a green dot somewhere. But this could be 4, and I could not put 4 here. If this was a 4, because I can't put 4 here, if this is a 4, that would put 4 in one of those two, put 4 there. I'm not sure if I can put 4 9 on that. It would put 4 there and there. So maybe I'll look at the high digits. I've got to put 2 7s onto green dots. I've already got the 2 7, so I need to put a 1 7 somewhere. I can't put the 1 7 there because it sees the 1 7. I could put 1 7 here. I could put 1 7 here. I can't put 1 7 here. I could put 1 7 there, so that doesn't seem to be it. Where could I put the 6? Because it'll be a 1 6 as well. No, that's not it. But I've got to put 4 9s. I can put a maximum of 1 in this row. Hang on, is that broken? If I make that a 9, where do I put the other 9s? Because that would become an 8. I couldn't put a 9 on that dot, on that dot. I've already got that as a 9. But that counts as 2, so I only need 2 more. And then I could put them down here. So that's not it. This cell, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 or 8 only. Oh, this cell is an 8. So this is the 1. It's Sudoku. So this is not the 1. This is not an 8. And these are 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not a 3. This is a 2 or a 4. That's not a 2 or a 3. That's a 4. That's a 3. That's a 2. It was Sudoku. So this 2 can only go with 8 or 9 because the only possibilities are 7, 8 or 9 and 2, 7 is gone. There's no 3 in any of those. These are 4, 6, 8, which means 8 is down here, which means this is an 8. It was Sudoku. So none of those saw those yet. 2 with 8 or 9. This is now a 1 by Sudoku. And I have to put a 4 in here. So this is not a 4. There's a 4 in here. So now where does 4 go in this row? 4, this is a 4, 9. So this becomes the 8 and this becomes the 9. This is not a 9. And I've got the 4. And I've got both 3s. The 2, 9 means this is 2, 8, which means there's no 8 there. This is the 8. This is 4, 6. And these are now known. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are 5, 7, and 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a 6. Which means 6 is down here somewhere. This can't be 4, 9 because I've got the 4, 9. I can't use 2 or 3. So there is a 1 on this. And it's not 1, 8. So it's 1, 6, 1. This is a 1, 6, or 7. Because I can't use 1, 9 because there's a 9 in the box. So there's a 1 on this. Now I've got both 3s used and all 3 2s used. So and I've used the 4. So there's a 1 on this. But this is 1, 6, 7. This is 1, 6, 7. And this is 1, 8. So this has to be 1, 9. And that's the makeup of the dots. 2 is in one of those 2 now. I've probably made a mistake, but this is a 1 because here, because I can't put 1 here because of the 1 in here. 1 is taken out of all of those. That's a 1, which puts a 1 in one of the. Well, this is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 6, 9. And the 1 and the 9 come out of there from that. That's the 6. This is a 1, 9 pair. 6, no, that's not it. This is a triple, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 7, and 9. One, two, three, four. I've got to put a 5 in one of those. This column, these are 5, 6, 7, and 9. That can't be 5 or 9. So this is now a 1, 6, 7 triple. That can't be 9. That can't be 6. So 1, 6, 7 triple. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4, 5, 8. Well, there's no 5 there. There's no 8 there. There's no 8 there. This is an 8. There's no 7 here because of that 7. 4, 9 takes 9 out of there. This is 5, 7. And this is a 5, 6, 7 triple. So that becomes the 9. This strikes me very much as a puzzle that was tested with the pencil mark checker turned on. And again, I wonder how many of the people who are saying, I solved this in 12 minutes, are using the pencil mark checker. 3 in this box is here, which puts 3 in one of those two. This is a triple now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 4, 5, which means that's the 6 and that's the 4. This is now known. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this is a triple. 1, 2, 5, and 6 must contain a 2. There's no 4 there because of that 4. Six is in one of those two. The break into this was pretty tricky. The 4, 9, of course, has taken the 9 out of there. This is a 5, 7. So what are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 5, 7, 9? What? No. 1. What are these? 2, 5, 2, 5, 6, 7, 2, 5, 6, 7. So 2, 5, 6, 7. There's no 6 or 7 there. There's no 9 there. So what's this row, I suppose? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. So there's an 8 in one of those two. 4, 5, 8, because there's a 7 looking at it, but that's... I'm starting to worry I have made a terrible mistake somewhere. Can I finish the 3s? No, I've got an X-wing on 3s. Got a lot of 8s. So 8 is in one of those two. Yeah, 8 is in one of those two and one of those two. 9 is in one of those 3. So that's, no, that's 9 and that's 4, which makes that 5 and that 4, which means that's 7 and those are not 7. That means that's not 4. This is actually a 5, 8 pair. Does these do anything more? The 5 looks up taking 5 out of there. This is actually a triple. 1, 2, 6, 7. So this is 6 or 7. And this is 2 or 7. Four in here is in one of those two. 5, 6 in here. No. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 have to go in there. That's a 6, 7 pair. Is it one of these is going to cause a problem here? Like, we know that this and this is a different color. And whatever is on here is yellow. Right, so hang on. If this is a 6, I have to put a 7 on here. So this and whatever this is has to go on here. So it can't go there. So this becomes yellow, which means this is the 1. Which means this is the 9 and this is the 1. This is the 4, this is the 9. This is now green. So this is a pair now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But the 4 can't go there. So this is the 2, this is the 4, this is not the 4, this is 6 or 7 and green. 2 looks up making that 5, and I can take 5 out of those. The 4 looks up making that 2 and that 4. Takes 2 out of there. This is now a 5, 6, 7 triple, so that's the 2. This is now 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. 3, 5, 8. There's no 8 there. Can't tell what that is, because I've resolved all the dots. So it's just down to scanning. It's very tempting to just turn on the pencil mark checker. This is a 1 or a 9, isn't it? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is a 1 or a 9. 1 is in one of those two. But 9 isn't that restricted. Am I going to finish this with some sort of Y-wing or something? Because I've resolved all the dots. Oh, crikey. I actually may not be able to finish this puzzle at all because I've got a work meeting. Because when it was recommended, I wasn't told it would a specific difficulty, but I was told it would not take over half an hour, and it's taken me over 40 minutes. What's the Sudoku to end? Fine. Okay, so the pencil mark checker isn't telling me anything at all. Yes, it is. There's a 7 looking at that, but that's 7. That's a 6, that's a 7, which means this has to be the 7. Green becomes 7, yellow becomes 6. 7 comes out of all of those, which means this becomes the 5, this becomes the 6. 5 comes out of those. This 7 is now looking up, making that a 5, which looks across, taking 5 out of there. The 6 takes 6 out of there, but there were only 2 places for 6 in the box. That means this is now a 2, this is now a 6, this is now a 5. The 2 looks up, making that a 7, which looks across, making that a 9, and that a 7. This was tested with pencil mark checker. This was a 1, this was not a 1. The 1 looks down, making this a 9, which looks across, making this a 1. 1, 2, and 3 go into there, and that 2 looks across, making that the 3 and that the 2. The 3 looks back, making this the 5, which looks down, making this the 8 and this the 5. The 8 looks up, making this the 3, and the final 2 digits I need to put in are 8 and 9. There's a 9 there, so that's the 8 and that's the 9, and that is the solution to uniquely paired dots. The concept of this break-in using the black and the white dots to form what you could do with a parity deduction is incredibly cool. And then the forced green whisper digits being only 10 possible combinations and having to figure out how to place them. Really, really cool. I missed the Sudoku at the end. That was going to happen. And I turned on the pencil mark checker because I have a work meeting in less than 5 minutes. So I have to go. That was really cool. I like that puzzle a lot. Thank you, Vidarino, and I'm sorry I missed the scanning at the end, but that was a real scanning challenge. At least it was for me. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I hope you're enjoying the content, and as always, good luck with your solving.